I've heard it spoken that the best spiritual teacher, their job is to insult you. And if that's true, then Parkinson's is some teacher because I'm constantly being insulted. The level of loss that we have to manage on a daily basis with this disease is stunning. We lose so much that we don't have time to grieve it. And it's hard not to compare yourself to how you used to be. It's hard not to say, oh, I could walk better yesterday. But it's time that I try to, focus on what I can do. And that's what it's taught me. It's taught me that you will lose everything. Life is finite. All your skills can be taken away. Your looks, everything can just go. So don't depend upon anything to be there tomorrow. Just meet each tomorrow with what can I do right now? That's what it's taught me.
When did you first notice something wasn't right?
When I was pregnant with my son, and he's going to be 26. And when I was pregnant with my daughter, it really came through. My knuckles were dragging. I was so despondent and depressed, and I thought it was just post birth. I just thought it was one of those things I was going to get through. So I was trying to get through something. If I just do this, this will happen. Just do this, I'll feel better. So I was looking for that next thing. My fingers started to twitch. I'd go to just do something like this, and I kept pulling myself in the eye, or I couldn't put my contacts in anymore.
Could you talk about your own personal stages involved with Parkinson's?
Yeah. If I could lay it out like in a structure, like an illustration, I'd say, like, in the beginning, you think, there's no way I have Parkinson's. You're still kind of in denial. It's very much like the grief spectrum. So you deny it. You say, there's no way I have Parkinson's. No way. Couldn't be true. And you sort of fight against it. You think you can sort of fight this thing that's already attached to you, because by the time you are diagnosed, it's highly likely that you've had it for a while. It's already done some work up here. It's taken your ability to distribute and use dopamine. Needed for movement, needed for mood. So I didn't know that I was sick. My kids have never met me well. I didn't even know I was sick. I didn't know my marriage was failing. I wasn't able to communicate regularly. So that first stage, I was real cocky. I came out swinging. I was going to go work out and do boxing and do all the things that held the disease up. And why was everybody being so lazy? The second stage, I thought, oh, I'll hit this intellectually. I'll think this through. I'll think positive thoughts. I'll create dopamine for myself by having lots of sexual experiences and lots of things that turn me on and create dopamine in my life. Why can't everybody just join the parade? Yeah, let's do this, guys. We can do this together. The third stage is more like, whoa, shit just got a little real. A little bit. Shoulder surgery, kidney surgery, back surgery, brain surgery, all these surgeries, they knock you down. Breast cancer scare, all this stuff. And my feet started to curl up, and I started to lose my ability to walk. And things keep getting taken away. And pretty soon you catch on, oh, when they said progressive, incurable, they really weren't kidding.
Did Parkinson take more from you or teach you more?
Ooh, wow. My physical body's screaming right now, saying, it took more. Ah! My heart and my gratitude level is so high this morning because I'm seeing you and I'm with my daughter that I want to say it's taught me more. But that's because it's morning and I have the right chemistry supporting me for a few hours in the morning sometimes. If you were to ask me the same question in the afternoon, I'd say it took more. I give it negative stars. I'm voting against it. I wouldn't advise Parkinson's. This is a slow, torturous tour of Dante's Inferno. And I mean all of them. It's horrifying. You will lose everything, but you'll lose it in a way that is most painful. So I'm going to end that by saying, go or be dragged. That's everything becomes about adaptation, acceptance. Adaptation, acceptance. It's not easy. It's almost like, you ever heard anybody in recovery talk about the pink cloud? You go through this phase where when you first join something or become part of something or get annihilated by something, where you sort of think, I got this. And you're sort of riding this wave, the fumes, kind of like when you first get DBS before you're programmed and you have the swelling in your head, which causes you to feel like you don't have Parkinson's sometimes temporarily. It's a little bit like that. That's like a spiritual bypass. It's a temporary thing. You think, oh, I got this. But I didn't. And I don't. There's no getting this. There's no beating it. There's no surviving it. It's going to take us out. It's a mercenary. It's just waiting. It's kind of like when I say depression's always lingering in the corner. I can see you over there. What do you want? I see you, depression. Hi. I see you lurking. It's always there. Now there's a mountain at my gate. There's always a mountain there, coming closer and closer. Shadows covering me now. I can go through it. I can go over it. I just have to sort of sit with it. Let it take me.
Talk to me about non-motor symptoms.
The non-motor symptoms are the toughest part.
Yes, they are.
I never see them coming. They hit me like a train, especially the anxiety. The level of jumpiness I have. Like, have you ever noticed how you respond to loud noises or overstimulus?
Mm-hmm.
Our executive functioning is impaired. Our prefrontal cortex is getting overstimulated. And we like the stimulation if we're ADD, like me. So I thrive on that stimulation. I also get overwhelmed by it. Like I was saying, there's 20 TVs on in the room. I can't find the remote to any of them, but they're all on different channels and they're all blasting. That's what it feels like for me to be in a like a hotel lobby or a restaurant. I can hear everything, but I can't make sense of any of it. I can't organize any of it. It is so overwhelming and stressful to try to concentrate with Parkinson's. And our executive functioning doesn't put things in order. So executive functioning normally takes the thing that's most priority and goes from there. I can't do that. I can't organize incoming information. I have to go, stop.
What scared you mostly in the beginning?
Not being able to see my grandkids, should I be so lucky. Not being able to raise my kids. I certainly can be like those helicopter parents that they were raised with and around. Holy shit. I just wasn't there sometimes. They've never met me well, and so I worry about my kids. I worry about my friends, my family of origin, my partners. Look what they have to deal with. Feeling a burden.
And on the other end, what turned out to be less scary than you expected?
This is partly because I've been meditating, I think, too, but things matter less. All the things that I obsessed over in my healthier, younger years. Wow, like perceptions that others have. I would obsess over that. Now I'm like, oh, I just blew up that part of my reputation. Oh, I've just destroyed my reputation again. Oh, I'll do it this on purpose this time. I'm busy with destroying my reputation. And I thought that'd be a lot harder than it is. It's not, because I can look at myself objectively, just like another person. I mean, we're all so finite. We're just mayflies. Do we remember what our great-grandparents did? We're not here for a long time. We don't leave a huge mark. Like we think we're going to make this big mark and everything we think and our opinions are so important. I'm finding that my input is often not necessary. You know? I can just sit back and enjoy that other people are having a good day. Like my kids. So I get less scared when I see them thriving.
Now, what really didn't scare you? Like you were worried about motor symptoms, non-motor symptoms.
The isolation of this condition is staggering. The otherness, the feeling othered, the feeling different, the feeling like you're the kid behind the glass. Hey, I want to go out and play. The not being asked. People stop asking because it's a lot. Like They have to figure out, like, do you have a staircase or an elevator? Or can she arrive? Where can she park? They have to make special accommodations for me sometimes, or they think they do. So they stop asking. It's nice to be asked to come to an event. It's nice to be thought of and have somebody call you and check in. But I don't always want to be that person who says, here's the reality. It's too much for some people. Because if what I said before was true, that everything we're looking at is ourselves, how terrifying would it be if you were a healthy, you know, commonly able-bodied person talking to me? And I'm going to let you know the real deal. Like, holy shit, I wasn't ready for this. This is too intense. I don't need to hear about this Parkinson's stuff and how pesticides and herbicides are killing us. That's like talking to Debbie Downer every day. So I'm careful with how I describe it. People say, like, how are you? Or things like that.
So, what symptoms have surprised you the most over time?
Oh, wow. Wow. Um, Urinary incontinence is always really surprising. Like, it's an avocado. I'm not ripe, I'm not ripe, I'm not. Oh, ready to go now. You better check out the doorways, lead to bathrooms when you enter a room. There's so much pre-planning involved. On an airline, you better be able to sit near the bathroom. How many steps is it? Can you do it? You comfortable in diapers? I'm not. It's hard to admit that that comes with it, but it almost always does at some point. It's tough.
Since your diagnosis, how long have you had Parkinson's for?
2011, I was diagnosed. 2012, I started taking the meds. And so I would say, math is hard. Wow. It's been a while. My kids were young. My son was only about 11. My daughter was only about 5, 6. It's hard.
So you've had Parkinson's for 15 years.
Yeah. Well, 24 years since my first symptoms. Much more than just dopamine. It's a gross oversimplification of it. It's a nervous system breakdown from all sides, including hormonal. That's why we can't regulate temperature. Well, that's part of the reason. There's so much more to it. Genetics, environment, stress level, trauma, grief, unresolved things, anger.
How has Parkinson's changed over the last 15 years compared to when you first got it?
When I first had it, I thought, I got this. I can do this. Why is everybody making this such a big deal? It's not that bad. This can be managed. I'll take the meds when they tell me. I'll take some of that mercurocurians or whatever these little supplements are. I'll work out. I'll work out harder and bigger and faster, and I'll beat this thing. Now, oh, no, no, no. You can't do anything. There's nothing you can do. No matter what I try, from a shaman to the pumps, to the surgeries, to every single bit of health advice, to fasting, to breathing deeper, to meditation, to boxing, everything. Nothing will make it work. If your digestion's slowing down, you get peristalsis or whatever it's called, the digestive system, things stop working. Good luck digesting your medications. Pretty soon you have to get like the thing that goes into your side and bypass your digestion just to stay alive. You start to look at the quality of life. Is it worth it? Everything shuts down. When your digestion shuts down or your breathing and swallowing stop, then you start to realize, oh, this is going to kill me. This is going to kill me. At first, you have no idea of that. I had no idea it was coming. I mean, reading about it and doing it are two different things. I was well informed, not well educated or well experienced. The drugs have side effects too. Surprise! They change your personality. Chronic pain changes people. Hopefully, it doesn't make us bitter.
Could you describe your lowest moment and how you get through it?
My lowest moment? I'm usually on my knees anyway, so I pray. Because I know I'm not in charge. I can't define the divine or God or my concepts of what's a higher power, but I can tell you it's not me. I ask for help. This is not proselytizing, call it what you will. I ask God for help. And I focus on that gratitude thing. Everybody says that, and it sounds so cheesy, like count your blessings, but I do. I count my blessings in that moment. It goes back to what can I do? What am I capable of doing? Then I start to use the techniques where they taught us in all those workshops we took. They weren't for nothing, folks. All those workshops you sat through about how to get up when you fall, they're useful. Because you have no strength. You get weak as a kitten. Suddenly, I go from banging out at the gym to, doing pull-ups to not even be able to lift my hand to get over here to press a button. And I can't move. Like I'm in frozen pond or suddenly drying concrete. Just got stuck in it. Or jumping on me. Wish they'd stop. That's what it feels like. Like I said, it's like being buried alive without warning.
On hard days, what keeps you going?
Unconditional love. My kids, the kids are in their 20s. Thinking about like grandkids, like I said. Thinking about my friend, like each of my friends. I have these beads. They're taken from a rosary originally, but I hold each one. I think of my friends. I say, may you be at peace, may you be loved. You have everything you want. May you have kindness in your life today and generosity. I really do feel a lot of mudita. I feel that sympathetic joy heavily. It's not translatable, though. I don't say that to anybody out loud. I just see other people thriving. I think of the good things. If I'm really hurting, I think of someone who's not. I'm like, right now, a baby's being born. That feeling when the baby comes out and you're holding the baby, you're like, whoa, that's love. Wow. What can I do to help?
The servicing the community.
Yes, it's so important. Instead of just complaining and kibitzing, I want to be useful. I pray, Lord, make me useful. Where can I show up today? How can I show up that's actually helpful to other human beings, to the greater good of all? Not just me. I've said sorry to people in public that did not really deserve apologies, but I wanted to say sorry for my part. I don't need to wait for theirs. They know what they did and what they do. It's no longer my business. Forgiveness and love are not exclusive. They both work. They work together.
What parts of you has Pakistan not touched?
The curious child. I'm back to the little girl. I thought she was gone, but she's still very much here. The love. That unconditional love. You really can't take that away from me. I remember what it feels like to have danced and to be in love. To look in someone's eyes and to wish only the best for them, no matter if you're involved or not. Not reciprocal love, not an exchange, nothing transactional. That. That. Yeah, my heart swells.
What do you wish doctors talked more to you about?
We have a mental health crisis in our United States. I don't know about other countries. I'm guessing it's the same. Those unseen things that people suffer. We have a huge mental health crisis. I wish they would acknowledge that more. Everybody needs some support with this disease as it progresses. To figure out some tools to cope because it's really hard. And not just publicly or socially, it's just hard. Like it took me an hour to reach around and to my bedside table to get my meds this morning. An hour to negotiate that space between where I was laying down on the pillow where my neck was all stuck and where the pills were located. An hour of patience. Now, you're talking to someone who never had patience. As I said, go or be dragged.
Regarding lifestyle changes. What helped you more than you
Oh, yeah.
expected? Yeah.
Sobriety. Huge. That lifestyle change shifted my entire perspective from being unconscious and sedated so things didn't hurt as much, quote unquote. I'm doing air quotes huge here in case you can't see the video. I don't want to be sedated. I want to be fully alive and awake for the revolution that's within or whatever's happening out here. I want to be fully present. It's going to hurt more. It hurts to be present, to watch with the unblinking, unflinching eyes what's going on. It hurts a lot. It's painful. You have to be brave. But it helps me. It's helped me be braver. To look at myself clearly and to say, where can I make amends? Where can I help out? Where can I be a better person? I'm going to screw up. Everybody else is going to screw up too, and I'm going to love them no matter what. It's more than just not drinking. It's to stay emotionally sober, to not catastrophize, which is really easy to do with Parkinson's. Really easy to do. So that's helped.
How has Parkinson's changed your priorities in life?
What hasn't it changed? I know every moment is finite and temporary, and that I might not be able to see that person again. So it's changed, it's made me a lot more soft. I always tell people I love them now, whether they want to hear it or not. I try to leave people, places, and things a little better if I can. If I can't do that, which is often, at least I try not to do harm. I'm really serious about that now. Before I thought I had time. I'll be like, oh, I'll make amends later or I'll deal with this later. So what if I hurt someone? Now I'm like, wait a minute. I don't get another chance at this. I may never pass this way again. There's a high likelihood I won't. I mean, we're lucky if we get 60 summers in our life. 60 summers. We're lucky. I'm 55. I'm looking at what is the legacy I want to leave. When I'm gone, do I want people to remember me as someone who is critical or harsh or impossible or difficult? Do I want to be the difficult one? Or do I want to make things a little easier for people? Hard to do with a disability. I don't think I make anything much easier for people, but I'd like to. It helps me to know that I'm still capable to at least tell people what not to do from learning the hard way. I can tell you what not to do. Hey, look at how bad I screwed this up. Don't do it this way. Do it a different way. You know? I don't know.
How do you want your story to help others?
I would like to make sure that my writing, and this is pre-AI, by the way, gets out there in a way where people can link in and take what part of it works for them. So I got to get my writing out there more. I would like that part of my life to be not public, but made in a way, presented or shared in a way that is useful. You have to give up some privacy to do that.
After 15 years of Parkinson's, what has it taught you about living?
How fortunate we are to age. How fortunate we are to grow old together. As many years. How fortunate I am to watch my daughter. Every minute, every breath, every sandwich, everything's precious. Parkinson's has taught me so much compassion and relatability. Like when I see people now, I don't say, hey, why are they doing that? That's ridiculous. They're stupid or judge them. I think it's life. I kind of try to let things be a little more. I'll freak out before a Zoom call sometimes. My daughter's just sort of get me ready. She'll like throw some mascara at me and be like, calm down, mom. It's taught me that not everyone is having the same experience, and I can't possibly know what experience other beings or people are having. To sit in the moment, you have to be tolerant of pain. We're always in pain, so we keep trying to leave the moment, to get away from the pain, to get ahead of the pain. What do you do to enjoy life if you're in chronic pain and the pain is almost unbearable? So I've had to become extremely tolerant of just chronic pain.